Hello again. Welcome to Liminal
Hey.
Writing. I'm Cess,
And I'm Lee.
and here we are, another liminal writing exercise. And for this session, our trigger line is a quote from the book by Joseph Campbell. And the line goes, "Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again." You want to go first this time?
All right,
Lee?
let's
Okay,
go.
go ahead.
I've thought about how my body occupies space. My skin firmly abutted against the seemingly emptiness of unseen things. I marvel at how I move about in this world. From a kid who was occasionally told to quiet the rambunctious energy, told to sit in a feminine way, told not to smile too much because my eyes would give away to Chineseness. To an adult, sure of the way I occupy space, sure of the breath that is mine, sure of the treasures within, quiet in the way that I am able to share of myself, blissful in the way I am with the divine, my body strong and in bloom with all that I am meant to be.
That's so nice. That gave a good
What's
feeling.
yours?
Okay, here I go.
Yeah.
This today is a timely reminder to myself. We live in a very noisy world. We grew up in noisy environments with voices from without, overwhelming and drowning out the voice from within, ultimately making us believe that those alien voices are indeed our voices. Crap. Beauty is defined as not me, it is the other. But in that sacred space where I can enter and sink and disappear from the mirrors of strangers' walls, there I can embrace myself, vulnerable and strong, scarred but beautiful, exhausted but vibrant. It is so easy, though, to be lost in the bustle of this made up life that surrounds us, that is thrust to our face the minute we open our doors, step out to the streets, click on the remote control of our TV sets, touch the screens of our mobile phones, punch on the power button of our laptops. So I close my eyes and breathe over and over again, but never enough. I know because I feel exhausted. I see my scars. I feel vulnerable. And I am blind to my beauty most times. So, this I have to learn. Claim that sacred space and visit it often. Embrace yourself and know your worth. Know that you are loved. Know that you deserve love. Say it over and over again.
Says,
Okay.
can you just repeat that
Which one?
line about mirrors? The one that had a mirror and entering into people's faces. It's like
The
towards the top, I think. Still, that really struck me. Like, God,
mirrors.
just-
Oh, but in that sacred space where I can enter and sink and disappear from the mirrors of strangers' walls, there I can embrace myself. Vulnerable and strong, scarred but beautiful, exhausted but vibrant.
yeah, that one. I
I
can't.
don't even know how
It,
I wrote that. See what liminal writing does, what comes out.
yeah, but it's so how you allowed yourself really to be very open and naked about how you have sometimes forgotten to put yourself at the center of your caring of your own self because you are a person who cares very much deeply about causes, about people, and yet that space for yourself is almost just a small fraction of that bigger pie.
Yeah, it's a continuing process of learning that. I don't think I'm even there yet.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
not intuitive to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me think, like, what are the ways in which kids need to be taught? I don't know if it's something that's taught. Probably it is, no? In
It
terms
is,
of the
I
way that we're
think.
socialized to to
Is
listen to the trueness of who we are and what we need to be able to thrive. Because one of the things that I picked up from that is you are thriving now, but there are parts of it that are kind of like fractured because you've not put yourself at the center of your care, right?
yeah, also the thriving.
Yeah.
It's like with a lot of effort to get there. Because the main block, the main barrier to the growth is
Mm,
my own self,
mm,
is my own lack of belief,
mm.
real deep, deep, deep
Yeah,
belief in that. As I said, that it's natural to just kind of let it out. To me, I
yeah.
have to battle with those questions of myself. Can I do this? Do I really have the capacity for this? I have to break through that to get out
Mm.
of it. That's why I'm doing this motion. It's that image where there's a rock and there's a springingness
Ah,
out
like
of it. Almost feels
a
like
single
that. I can
stem.
relate so much with that because I just feel that there's so much barrier, and then I strive to grow out of
Yeah.
it. And of course, those who've followed us in our podcast would probably have a sense bit of that in my previous writings where I had a difficult childhood.
Mm.
Um, just the message that all my early experiences, including abuse, that message to me in terms of my worth and my belief in myself and trust in what I can do. I think that's where it's coming from.
Mm.
So that's why it's exhausting too. I said exhausted but vibrant because I can feel that there's a lot of energy and creativity and things
Yes.
inside me that wants to just be out there in the world, but it's all
Yes.
exhausting because for that process to happen, I
Yes.
fight. I have to fight a lot of
Yeah.
things. That makes sense.
It does. I mean, even just the creative process already is not all the time easy, right? And I don't want to kind of like just say it as like, oh, artists always need to struggle or creative folks always need to struggle. I don't think it should be the trope of that thinking. But in your case, it is different because it's about you believing that your gifts are worthy to be shared, right? And that the childhood that you experience did not allow you to feel that you needed to be celebrated as a writer, as a performer, as an artist, and you had to learn that, I think, on your own, right? To say, yeah, I I have a space for myself, and this is what I have to share.
And then I contrast it with what you had written, where it is songs. It made me feel so thrilled for you because it's like it's just clear. You
Yeah.
got it. You know what you have. There's
Yeah.
clarity, and you hold it so concrete. Like it just felt so in your hands, kind of thing. Is that how it is for you?
Yes.
Mm.
In the way that I have come to, I
Yeah.
think, a full awareness and hold
Of your
of
strengths, so what you
my
can.
strength, of my identity in the
Yeah.
world, that I am able
Yeah.
to, this is who I am, and I am proud of who I've become.
Become.
Not to say that my way is finished, because I
Yes.
don't think we ever
Yeah.
are
It's a
finished
content.
until the
You
last
evolve.
breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in the way that I am fully now integrated in all my selves,
Love
I
it.
am very happy.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it was a journey to get there, isn't it? And
Mm.
yeah, and you celebrate it more because of all just the struggles that you must
Yeah.
have gone through to get to where you are now, including physically, gosh, what
Yeah.
on. So Lee has
Yeah.
gone through a lot of even physical strengthening, right? It's
Yeah.
what you've
Yeah.
done, so much discipline. I admire it a lot. I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm not that I don't have that
Yeah.
discipline. You did a lot.
Yeah.
What were the different sports you really seriously competed even in?
Yeah. So I was in Dragon
Powerlifting,
Boat.
rowing, dragon boat, yeah.
Yeah. So I did powerlifting. Now,
The martial
most
art, the Philippine martial arts.
yeah, I did Arnis
Arnis.
for about 5 years too. I did Arnis.
World
So
champion.
and then I practiced for a bit Aikido
Oh,
as
Aikido.
well. Yeah.
Wow, martial arts.
I
That's so good.
I've always been interested or drawn to physical sports.
Really.
Right?
Okay.
So like I say physical sports because I know there are other sports that people
Yeah.
would compete in, like chess.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
for
yeah.
me, sports always meant the
Physical.
extending of the energy outside. So yeah.
Oh, cool. So good. So back to, so the line was your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and
Over and
over
over
again.
again. Yeah. It's a
So
touchstone, right?
it took us somewhere else, maybe. Whatever sacred space it is that you find in your life, visit it often. This was my line.
Mm,
So
yeah.
treasure it and just go back to that space.
It's kind of like a well, right? So you go
Mm.
back to it because you take from it because that's part of you, but you also go back to it to bring in whatever you've filtered or assimilated. So kind of it's like a drawing and a replenishing of your sacred space. Yeah.
And if you lack those embraces earlier in your life, just learn to embrace yourself. That's the
So
best. Hug. Self hug. All
all
right.
right.
I think on that note,
Yes.
sending hugs to everyone.
Yeah. Thank you for
And
listening. Bye.
until the next liminal writing. Bye.